taken from the TikTok channel Gallagher's from Jersey. This clip showcases something bizarre caught on the baby monitor. The father had been hearing strange noises coming from his child's bedroom for a while, but he couldn't seem to find the source. One night, as he checked on his child through the baby monitor, he saw a strange face looming behind the child. He quickly took out his phone and started recording the baby monitor.
What the fuck is it? That's so weird. Well.
Eventually, the father ran up the stairs, but when he arrived, there was no one there. The child was sound asleep and everything seemed normal. The father checked every corner of the room, but he couldn't find any sign of the strange face he had seen on the baby monitor. The father began to research the history of the house and discovered that it was built on a burial ground. He realized that the strange face he had seen might be the vengeful spirit of someone who had been buried on the land before the house was built. So are the stories true, or is it all just a hoax? Ghost on camera. This clip was taken from the YouTube channel Mr. Knox, but the original source is unknown. The city of Ashford was a quiet place with little excitement happening on its streets. However, one day, a CCTV camera captured something strange in an alleyway. The footage shows a man walking from left to right, but as he rounds the corner of a building, a transparent ghostly figure appears to follow closely behind him. Watch. The figure is almost invisible, but its presence is unmistakable. As it moves, objects in its path appear to distort and blur, almost as if they were being affected by some sort of energy. The man in front seems unaware of the ghostly figure following him. Some speculates that the ghostly figure could be the spirit of someone who had died in the alleyway, seeking to make its presence known to the living. Others believe it to be a residual haunting, with the ghostly figure appearing only when certain conditions were met. What do you think about this one? Haunted Mine. In this clip, we're tagging along with a cave explorer running the YouTube channel, exploring abandoned mines and unusual places. This time, he is exploring the Horton mine. While exploring the mine, he comes across something truly bizarre.
This is one of the creepiest mine tunnels I've ever been in, just because of how dilapidated it is and all these chains hanging down from the overhead, and there's a shot looking down the tunnel, even further of it. Still pretty wet. And taking a look around here back at the entrance, which is there. Okay, here's a shot looking back towards the entrance. I'm a little bit further in, and looking down the tunnel here.
As we can see, the mine is filled with chains hanging down from the roof of the mine. After it turns around, we can see that one of the chains has started swinging at a great speed, while the rest of the chain seems to not move at all, or just move slightly. The cave explorer is not sure what has caused this, but as if this isn't creepy enough, listen to the sounds he captured from deep within the mine.
Where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Wow. I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy.
As As he heads into a narrow cave in the mine, he starts hearing something that sounds like whispers. The cave explorer has never heard anything like this and doesn't know what to make out of it. It's really hard to hear if the whispers are saying something specific, but let's listen to the whispers again and be sure to tell me in the comments what you think the whispers are saying.
Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is.
As if the whispers aren't scary enough, he has managed to capture some kind of ghostly figure on camera as he pans the camera around the corner. Take a look. Okay. I came across this noose here in the intersection in the mine. Tunnel going that way and that way. And then here's the noose. Tied to a beam way up there. Paranormal Activity. It had been a restless night for Emily and Jack, who were woken up by the sounds of a dog toy squeaking in the hallway outside their bedroom. They had been experiencing poltergeist activity in their home for some time and had recently resorted to searching the house in an attempt to rid themselves of the unwanted presence. Jack decides to investigate the noise and gets out of the bed to open the bedroom door. He is met with the sight of a roof lamp swinging back and forth in the hallway even though no one else was present. Emily watches in horror as Jack cautiously approaches the lamp, trying to understand what was causing it to move on its own. A second camera placed outside in the hallway captured the lamp's movements. The couple was left shaken by the evidence of the paranormal activity in their home. But that was only the beginning. A few days later, the couple was going through their photos when they noticed something odd in one of them. In the background, a shadow figure was visible. Emily and Jack were terrified by the sight of the figure, and even more so when they brightened up the picture to reveal more detail. It was a haunting image, one that would stay with them for the rest of their lives. The figure seems to have some kind of demonic face to it. Despite their efforts to rid their home of the poltergeist activity, Emily and Jack knew that they were not alone in the house. They could only hope that the sage had weakened the presence enough to keep it at bay, at least for a little while longer. Tunnel Apparition. Mark had been struggling to come to terms with the sudden loss of his brother. Jake had been the victim of a brutal attack. His life cut short before it had really even begun. In the days following Jake's death, one night, Mark was lying in bed, unable to sleep. He felt a sudden urge to visit the tunnel where Jake had been killed. He got dressed and drove to the tunnel, parking his car nearby. As soon as he stepped into the tunnel, Mark could feel the atmosphere change. The air was thick and heavy, and he could hear strange noises echoing around him. He tried to shake off the feeling of unease, but it only seemed to grow stronger. What he captured on camera this night will leave you terrified. A ghostly figure can be seen as it turns around. Is this a ghost of the brother, seemingly doomed to roam the tunnel for all eternity, where he took his last breath as a human. Real or fake, this one was surely creepy. Now, if you want more clips, then be sure to check out some of these videos. I hope you like these top 5 scary ghost videos caught on camera, and I hope they gave you chilling scares. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content in the future here at T10 Paranormal. I'll see you on the other side, aka the comment section.